What's up, everyone? So, recently my hard drive crashed and I had to do some data recovery work on it. And as I was going through the files, I came across one of my first PNL tracking sheets. Now, it's incomplete, but I thought it'd be fun to share with you what my first few months of day trading looked like and compared to what it looks like today. So, if you're interested, here we go. So, I started day trading June of 2019, which means it's been exactly 3 years now I've been doing this. And here was the result of my first month trading. Now, before we get into it, know that I started by risking 50 bucks per trade, and there were still commissions at the time. Commissions is a fee that brokerages charge you to execute your trades. Most popular brokerages are free now, but you're going to see I counted for that as well. All right. Now, it looks like I was tracking both day trading and swing trading on one sheet, but let's just focus on the day trading side. So if you look here, it shows for the month of June, I lost $715.13 trading and paid another $640 in commissions. So damn. So pretty much my commissions were as much as my loss. And I guess I didn't track the first 2 weeks because it starts from the week of the 14th. So this is just half of my first month, which gives a total loss of 1,355 and 13 cents. And on these other tabs, I also tracked every trade I took each day, shares, exits, all of that. Okay. So hold on. This column is the end of the week. So yeah, not even a positive week for the month of June. So here's July. So day trading, I lost $512.45 and paid $465 in commissions, giving a total loss of $977.45. But from seeing how much commissions I paid, it shows I traded less the entire month of July than I did the first 2 weeks of June. So I was less active this month, but it looks like I had my first positive week on the 26th, making about 80 bucks that week, but still down overall at the end of the month. And if I scroll down to August, here is where the data is incomplete. So it shows I only tracked the first 2 weeks. And I was trying to figure out why until I found another tracking sheet that had the rest of the year. So I realized what happened was somewhere around that time is when a lot of the brokerages went commission free. And I probably decided to make a new one since I didn't have to track that anymore and make something that's easier to read. So here it is, that upgraded sheet. And I'm still missing half of August and also the month of September for some reason. But I remember those were still negative months because my first positive month was October, as you can see here, making about 1,900 bucks. So not paying commissions anymore definitely started to help my bottom line. And here's all my trades that I took. And it shows, I guess I did raise my risk to 100 bucks per trade, which was probably premature to do at the time. But I think my argument to myself was this money was going to commissions anyways, so why not? And then November, it looks like I hit around the same 2K and then hit 2,700 in December. There you go. In December. So the question you probably have is what changed for me that took me from going negative to positive, right? And I think for me, that was shifting my focus to not losing money rather than making money. So check it out. Notice my daily P&L. These two first days, I didn't even take a trade, right? And I made 19 bucks on this day and called it a day. Lost 7 bucks here on this day and was done. And then when a good day comes, I capitalized on it. So here I made 300 bucks and 450 here. But most days were pretty quiet, right? And for me, it was a process of eliminating the things that weren't working rather than trying to add strategies and trying to force things to work, because that leads to overdoing and possibly taking unnecessary losses. No matter how small they are, you're still taking paper cuts that can possibly add up to a bad day or month, right? And actually, this was also around the time I became a moderator, and trading live in front of a crowd put me in a spot where there was no room for mistakes. And that doesn't mean I didn't make any, because trust me, I've made a bunch in the coming years, but it did make me pay more attention to the trades I went after. So just for fun, I worked out some stats here. Again, I don't have data for the first half of June and the last half of August, and nothing for September. But pretty much the first couple of months, I averaged minus 3.3 Rs per week, meaning whatever I was risking, I would lose 3.3 times that per week. And then the last 3 months of 2019, I was averaging 4.79 Rs per week, plus 4.79. So just some stats of how I got started. Now let's take a look at how I'm doing currently. So ever since I started scalping back in 2020, I kind of stopped tracking because it's just way too difficult to try to track every single scalp that I do. But this year I decided to track my daily P&L for you. So here is what my daily P&L looks like for this year so far. So January, I'm up about 28K. February, 22K. March, 39K. April, I made 30K. May, which was the best month so far this year, at 51K. And then June, I'm up like about 11K so far. And my best day so far this year was in January. Made about 11K, which I also made a video on. I think it was all from the SPPI. Then my worst day was, I think, in May, down 1,700 or so. And then some stats, averaging about 16.2 Rs a week, risking $500 per trade. And I'm up about 180K so far this year. Now, this year has been a very tough environment for day trading. It's been very slow and just feels like a grind every day. But it looks like at this rate, I'm projecting like a 400K year for my day trading account, which is still pretty good, right? And of course, these can be random numbers on an Excel sheet, which is why I always show my actual P&L statements. So let me bring those up right now. So here is my TOS. Make sure I don't show my account number. And then boom. So there it is. So on my TOS account, I'm up about 150K. And then let me log into my E-Trade. This is where I do my shorting. That's hard to borrow on TOS. So I have to bring up Power E-Trade. So there it is. So up about 32,000. Now, it's not going to be exact as the numbers I have on the Excel sheet because there's probably some fees they deduct, but it should be pretty close. Okay, so one key takeaway from this is to treat trading as a marathon and not a sprint. For me, I stopped trying to make every day a home run because the market environment is going to be different every day. There will be days where it's filled with opportunities and there will be days where there's none. So by being able to recognize that and adjust to it, and taking advantage of the days where it's good and preserving your capital, sitting on your hands when it's bad, is a major key in succeeding in this business. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was somewhat helpful. If it was, please make sure to hit that like button. As always, I appreciate you for being here, and I hope to see you on the next one.